Okay. This should be a little bit more productive, I hope. And hopefully people can actually hear me on this, which is very exciting if they can. So let's see. All right, take two. I tried this earlier and it didn't work and people couldn't hear me. So if anybody's watching this and they want to tell me that they can actually hear my voice, then this will be considered a success. Let's see what people reckon. You can all hear me sipping it old school. Okay, fantastic. How is everybody on this wonderful Friday evening for me? I understand it's a Friday morning for a lot of people elsewhere in the world, or maybe a Friday afternoon. Yes, fantastic. I'm going to play a song while while people jump in. So what should we do? Let's do some, I don't know, maybe rewind your mind to warm up. That means I need to open up my audio. Where on earth is this on my computer? Ah, here we go. Thanks for bearing with me. Friday morning at work. What do you do for work, mate? If you're willing to disclose. Okay, that is teed up and ready to go. Fantastic. Where on earth did my notifications go? Ah, here we go. Here's the chat. So where's everybody tuning in from before I totally rip into this one? Let me know and I'll see this. Manufacturing ear pro that fits over my earbuds. Ah, awesome. So I can abuse your poor earbuds while we do that. All right, here we go. I'm just going to mute my mic and we'll go. and yet more evidence that I can't even play my own songs a lot of the time. What am I meant to play there? There you go. I don't know what I did in one of those sections. Alrighty, there's some ragdolio to get you all going. Let me catch up with the chat. Where are people? We have people from... Yeah, definitely sounds better than the stream earlier today. Poland, Detroit, upstate New York. Ooh, a smokehouse. Tell me more about that, Eric Warrington. That sounds right up my alley. Finland, London, Buffalo, New York, Canada, Nashville. This is amazing. All right. From... Yeah, this is really, really cool. All right, well, this is a Q&A session, basically, because I didn't do my usual pre-record Q&A video, so fire away. Ask me anything you like. I should probably let anyone who's on my Discord know that I'm live as well. They can come and hang out. That's kind of fun, so... And if there's any particular tunes you want me to play as well, let me know in the comments. And I will do my best to get to that. Where are we? Where? Here we go. Where's my keyboard? I don't know where anything is on my desk at the moment. This is the Hammer. Yes, yes. Alrighty. The people, that was Mad Notes. Got to get back to work. Have a great day, J Boogie 164. And Alan in the Philippines. That's crazy. Well... Enrique, I love Brazilians as well. So, yeah, so there's I was saying in the earlier stream, 2008 Hamer Standard, there's some crazy flame stuff going on. Like, I thought they were tooling marks or something, but yeah, on the sides, it's really, really interesting. What are the cat names? We have two. So there's... people will get the references straight away if they get the references. Lupin and Nagini. So all you clever people in the comments can tell me what movie and book franchise they're from. My brother lives in Buffalo. I'm in Lake George and Saratoga. Wicked. Well, next time I come to the States, I'll have to come through and anything smoked is right up my alley. It's something that's pretty... I don't want to say... It is hard to find here, and people do smoke things, but not like in the States. It's not an institution. Hey, from Jersey. Hey, Joel totally got it as well, so... There you go. I think... Let me see if I can summon these beasts. Where are they? Oh, I hear a bell. A clicky bell. I think Elspeth will bring him over. Because really, this is what the live streams are all about. Fighting jet lag, so I'm on time for this. There you go. Jet lag is the worst, mate. My condolences. Here we go. So, this is Lupin. Big, chonky boy. Because he's kind of... Yeah,
full spread.
Look at the size of him. Yeah, buddy. Oh,
sorry.
just a rogue claw to the chest. And yeah, Nagini. So Lupin's 4. He's a little bit shy. Not so shy anymore. He's a little bit shy with strangers. And Nagini's 2, and she's a lot less shy. Oh yeah, here we go. This is why people tune in. What do you think of that, miss? People have seen her fluffy tail and butt on some of my more recent videos. Hey? And yeah, so she sleeps in between and on us at night. So it will be, what, 5 weeks since we got him? Yeah, next week, like which is gone like that. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, they're awesome. The rescue place we got them from. I'm reading the Discord comments at the moment. Yeah, so yeah, toxoplasmosis with cats. What's that all about? Hey, he's a massive fluff, isn't he? Let's see. Eric says we do Memphis style dry rubbed and smoked tomato based sauces. That sounds phenomenal. The best meats ever. You should make t-shirts with that if you haven't done that already. I think Nagini makes a better name for a cat than a snake. Yeah, well, because she, like, her profile side on is kind of snake-like, which is pretty funny. So, Axlinger, No More Tears solo sping, yeah, the double time down, perfect on his pentatonic runs. Check out the solo for Miracle Man. Yes, I agree, Miracle Man is ridiculous. Should we do this live? Hairballs to you, lol. Many, many hairballs. Shows you to your SC245 Black, your very best guitar. Okay, by request, I can certainly do that. That's this. Oh, yeah, this is the guitar. You can all hear the tinkly Tinkerbells. There we go. It's a little bit musty and crusty at the moment, covered in fingerprints and all the other stuff. Look at that. You can all see yourselves in it. So, look at that. Absolute filth. But yeah, what's special about this guitar, aside from being particularly special? I mean, what is he doing?
Rude.
Maniacs. Look, is he going to chase her?
Maybe.
Possibly. Definitely, maybe. Anyway, aside from all the filth on there, the only thing I've changed on this guitar, I put locking tuners. These are like Legato SD90, so they don't look like locking tuners until you realise that they are indeed locking tuners. That's really the only change I made to it. It's been beautiful. Everything since that we've recorded since 2014 has been this guitar, so yeah, pretty awesome. There you go. You can see the cats in the background. This is much, much better now. It's a proper stream. See big loopy boy back there. What was I going to say? There was another... Oh, Miracle Man. Okay, yeah, let's go through this picking pattern. Let's go through this picking pattern, because I've definitely learnt this before. And yeah, there's a crazy thing he does at the end, right? The diddle 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 wow. Like anything Zach, there is some very, very nice vibrato on it. So, I'm in the wrong tuning. I'm in drop C, but it'll be fine. I'm sure people don't mind that this will be down a semitone, so definitely economy picking. Where's he starting? I love that straight away. Absolutely love that straight away, and I love being in tune even more than that. So what's... And then we go absolutely ballistic on this thing. Yeah, hey, on a good day I can kind of do this, like... that kind of thing. Yeah, hey, this Albert Schweitzer guy sounds pretty clever, if you ask me. Yeah, anyway, so what is Zach Wilde doing here? Clearly it's like... So, what is it? F... Well, it's going to sound like F, because it's down a half step, but F sharp minor pentatonic. So, yeah. I love this. I love these notes. So he's obviously thinking like, you know... But starting with B, C sharp, and F sharp. Cool, it has that, what is that, a sus2? That's a C sharp minor, then D major. I've never been any good at this two-note per string stuff, but I feel like over the last week I've gotten as good as I've ever been at it, and especially just like working on that super mega downward pick slant thing has helped. Yeah, you know, if you hear and you hear those clips of Zach playing where it's just, you can hear the sound of the strings on there. He's really... Just absolutely smacking the string. I think he's kind of using that, like, if you think about a funk style strumming, that, yeah, it's amazing. You know, he's really an amazing guitar player. I'm in no way doing this justice. Let's see, let me try this. So I might have a quick listen to the song, and let's just see if we can, or even get the tempo. So where is he playing this? For anyone curious, doing a deep dive. 132, yeah, okay, so so that's fast. Let's hit the metronome on. Look, I got it at 115 at the moment. Let's see how we go with it at 115. Okay, that's gonna be tricky. 2, 3, 4. So what does he do there? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I guess if you're going to kind of wimp out on it, you could... yeah, that's the tempo. Manic. And then at actual tempo. Let's try this. So I mean, this obviously isn't how he plays it, but so you want to get that, but all picked. This is ridiculous. Yeah, it's like one of those. You really got to force the. Yeah, it is. It's very fast. Let's try. Let's see how close I can get. So there we go. That's at 100, and that's ridiculous. And he's doing it like 130 or something like that. So, little practice strategy for anybody curious. Let's do 110. And then I'll do 105. So that's kind of one way to build up to tempo with this kind of stuff. Oh boy, let's see. Oh my god, this is going to make me cry. Crazy Babies is stupid as well, isn't it? I'm losing the click here. I'm demonstrating my absolute incompetence at this. Here we go. 4. So it's, I mean, if he was just going, that'd kind of be manageable. But it's not. It's very difficult. How could I wimp out on this? You could try sweep it. You could. You could do that. But I think the easiest thing is to just do as they do. So yeah, very interesting. As I said, I love that sus at the start. So then I go back down to 105 because this is punishing me. I'm sure it's punishing all of you hearing me practice this. Okay, that didn't feel terrible. It didn't also sound great. These are the stock pickups for anyone wondering. So let's use more gain. Ooh, man. So you got to relax into these things. Oh yeah, it's pain, it's punishment. We have someone in here from France. G'day, Vic. Okay, less bad. Let's go 115. So I'm jumping by 10, then coming back down. Oh, this is a real-time me almost understanding how to do this after not being able to do it for 20 years. So I'll keep persevering. Okay, so couldn't do 110 before, sucked at 115, but maybe now I can do it. Woo. Hey. Oh man, this is I mean, I'm not getting worse at it. I guess that's kind of a thing, isn't it? So the No More Tears run, No More Tears is around here, is it? Spicy. Okay, so where am I? 110. Okay, let's go 120. The rats come out in my apartment. That's great. Okay, where are we? What was I doing? Miracle Man. Okay, trying to get better at guitar. Live. 3, 4. So there's a thing, right, where you can see when Zach does this, you know, he's got the floating hand. So that's but he's almost just like, or like if you ever saw those clips of Eddie Van Halen, just kind of, where he's doing that tremolo picking, incredibly loose. To me, it reminds me of that kind of thing. So I think what I might practice is, this feels like a strategic thing to do. That kind of thing. Oh, this is the stuff that I am easily the worst at on guitar, and I avoid playing. So maybe I'm going to have to do more live streams. Because to me, the thing that I practiced a lot when I was younger was, you know, you watch intense rock and it's that lick. You know, I can do that lick probably in my sleep while talking to people about stuff. Yeah, Zach and Marty have that floating hand thing. Marty's is weirder. So yeah, anyway, the Paul Gilbert thing, you know, that really sits at home for me. And if I'm going to do something snazzy live, I'll do that. Or the one string like Yngwie kind of thing. You know? I mean, Tornado of Souls, that was another one that took me ages, but then you figure out the up, down, what does he do? Yeah, that's all well and good, but this... What's the... Take out an LP for maximum wilderosity. That is such a great term on there. Some periphery. I think really the only periphery... I'm going to mute my microphone really quick for you. Yeah, the Uncle Ben's everything is just... That man gets it. So there you go. That's as much periphery as I can manage, and that's the one everyone knows. That's like, hey, do you know any Guns N' Roses? And start playing Sweet Child of Mine. Anyway, I'm wimping out of doing this practice thing. So to feel good about myself, I'll go down to 90 and I'll do this double time pentatonicism. I feel like I'm kind of getting close to something. So there we go. That. So what I would do now, 90 is even a little fast for that. Maybe I'll go to 80. I want to work on kind of done the burst speed stuff and almost at 120. So we're getting close. Maybe on a good day. Maybe on a good day. But I want to try and get some endurance into this. So yeah, okay. This is, and there's a feel thing that comes with this where it's like, unless you do it fast, you're not going to get the kind of little micro movements which are important to doing this. So Vic says, I want to thank you in real time for all the great Axe Effect stuff. Really makes a difference. You're more than welcome, mate. See? I need to go a little bit slow to get this. There's a few little comments, yeah. Gain and stereo delay. What's up, Kyle? Hope you're very well, mate. Play with the backing track. I'm still into how to make solo guitar. I can do some of that in just a second. One of my favorite riffs is Doug Aldrich riff on the Transformers theme. Yes! So good. Bit of Lion in there. Never met up with Pliny. No, never met him. They're from the other side of the country anyway, so maybe one day. What are you running through? Axe Effects 3. It's just my live preset. Kind of the standard stuff. USA lead mid-gain. I get that this metronome is maybe a little bit annoying as well. So, a lick from a guitarist that you consider unfairly underrated. Ooh, I will get to that one in 1 second. So anyway, I'm trying to double time this and get it consistent to get those. You know, I'm actually going to do this, and I don't care if it's sloppy. So to be. Okay, there's like a real like kind of like push down. All right, let's take that. unfairly underrated. I almost want to say Kirk Hammett, right? Because Kirk gets a lot of crap. And you know what? Most of the time, the people who are like, Kirk sucks, what have you ever done with your life, mate? There's never any constructive criticism, or it's like, well, Kirk's not Marty, and it's like, of course he's not Marty. So I'll pull up a Metallica lick in a second. How about I do that? So. Okay, let's just keep pumping up the tempo. Let's go 95 now. Now it's getting tricky. Just keep going, kids. Let's go 105. And please feel free to suggest if there's a Kirk lick I should have a look at, let me know. Otherwise, who are some other guitar players? Chris Oliva is very, very underrated in my opinion. Yeah, it is a little bit of a pastime for some people to, like, bag on Kirk and Lars, but, yeah, as you said, like, the biggest metal band of all time. Now, let's try the worst. So 140, faster than the record. That ain't happening. Alrighty, that is probably enough for Zach for today. So, Disposable Heroes. Alrighty, let's have a listen. I'm just going to cheat and look up the tab immediately because why not? Let's do Guitar Pro because I have Guitar Pro. I'm a seasoned tablature professional. Leads using a handlebar. I assume you mean a whammy bar. I'm not a big bar person. It's always a novelty to me, or I always do that Jeff Beck garble on there. Yeah, I mean, this is where now we get into the classic thing. It's like, yeah, you could have done it with different people. It's almost like a historical argument, isn't it, about agency and I listen to a lot of history podcasts and it's like, is it the people that matter or is it like the structures and the institutions that matter? And like definitely James matters. But I think equally as much, like Metallica wouldn't have been Metallica with Dave Lombardo on drums. Whether people might have liked it more is a different thing, but Lars isn't Dave Lombardo, so Lars like played around with different things and ended up coming up with really creative parts that I think ended up being the difference. So maybe technically not as proficient, but it forced them to be more creative. Here we go. Friend of the channel, Troy Nababan, and it is Troy's birthday, ladies and gentlemen. So I think you should all wish Troy a very, very happy birthday and words of encouragement for, sticking around so long. So I see if I using whammy bar. What am I doing? Yeah, big time after, Cliff passed away too. So, yeah, all of these things are... I mean, if one of your best mates dies in a tragic car accident, it's going to change you whether you like it or not. So, yeah. Whammy bar with rock legs. It's very awesome, yeah. I really like... So, I'm going to get to this Disposable Heroes lick. I'm just bringing it up. I love the sound of whammy bar stuff, so something that I try to do is, without a whammy bar, is to get that sound. So for example, let's say I wanted to bend, but what I'm going to do is go, so normal bend, imitation whammy, say soda cake full of civilizations. Highly, highly agree. It's such an amazing podcast. That Tides of History is a very good one. Mike Duncan's The History of Roman Revolutions is amazing as well. I've been listening to one called The Rest is History with two British dudes on there, which is really, really good. Green Strat, no, it has a standard Strat bridge that I have blocked, so it's basically a hardtail. I just kind of like hardtails. I mean, there is a sound to guitars that have a Floyd Rose on them. You know what I mean? Like, they just have that thing where you hit the string and they detune slightly, and it's a big part of that particular sound. My only complaint about Metallica is that back in the days, musicians would all the accolades as musicians, even though they were not by themselves anywhere that good. Yeah, it's a. You can argue many things about it, you know, and it's fair enough. You know, if people are not into it, that's cool, because yeah, you know, like, it's taken me a long time to appreciate those dudes. And let's see, I'm bringing up the lick. What is happening here? Where's the solo? Pre-solo. Here we go. So we're gonna hear some bad MIDI, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Tides of History is really, really good for anyone who likes that. Restoring the Floyd Rose on the California. It might happen. It might happen. I mean, it's kind of the right thing to do, right? I really like that line there. That's actually one. Let's do that. Here we go. This is a good one. From friend of the channel, Troy Nababan. Thank you very much, Risky. I appreciate it. Bit of Nunos. Waiting for the Punchline. Extreme's second best album on there. Tremolo on the F. Yeah. Okay. You twisted my arm already. I actually have a similar device. So Waiting for the Punchline. Any Extreme fans in the chat? Let's take a look. And Troy wants to know, what is this effect on the guitar? I'm just going to say ring modulator without hearing it. Let's see. Leave me alone. As for this song, I will sing the blues. I reckon it's a ring modulator that has that really, really messed up. You know, you can hear there's that like comb filtering thing in there. Yeah, that would be my first guess. Or a flanger that's parked somewhere, like one of those flanges where you can set the manual, like on the Electric Mistress, where you've got the, what do they call it, the filter matrix. You just have manual control over it, where he's like parked it somewhere, so it's really comb filtery. Yeah. Anyway, who was asking about Metallica's best riffs are always after the solos? Yes, that is a thing, isn't it? It's like you have this solo and then you have a totally different awesome riff in there. So that, I mean, to me, it's like Kirk just sounds like Michael Schenker, and I love Michael Schenker. So, you know, a lot of these, you know, those kind of... Or, you know, like Chris Oliva from Sabotage, very, very underappreciated player, very underappreciated band. A lot of those just like... Yeah, we got some Nuno in the house. I love the Nunoism. That kind of stuff. Didn't Nuno used to use like a Boss multi-effect? I remember reading a rig rundown from the 90s where it was like an ADA and then just some like Boss ME, whatever the Boss ME was from around that time. Let's look that up. Nuno Betancourt, Boss ME. Let's see. Oh, here we go. The MEX. Is that a thing? Ah, that. Whoa. What is this thing? Expandable multi-effects. That looks amazing. Why is that so cheap? That's really, really cool. I guess they ended up doing that with the, because I want to buy my stomp boxes. Wow, that's... Sorry, I'm looking at Reverb and just talking to myself. Someone in Italy has one. Super cool. I don't think it was that. I think it was... ME8 or ME10. Here we go. There is a picture. That looks like... Picture. Yeah, I remember, what was it, Guitar World or Guitar Play that had the loadout on there? 88 MP1. Bill Lawrence. Boss ME5. There you go. So maybe there was something on the ME5 that was doing that cheap digital thing. Vibrolux cranked up. Ah, interesting. Oh, I didn't know that Andy Timmons uses Zoom 9002. That's pretty cool. Very, very cool. We got a Kiko fan in here. Yeah, Kiko's next level. Absolutely next level. What was I going to try and play? What is that lick? Yeah, there we go. There's the famous... Oh yes, this. So I've been looking at the Boss MEX. It was an expandable thing that you can put your own pedals in. So that's a bit of a thing, isn't it? There's one on Reverb for 160 Australian dollars, and there's one for $1,000. So yeah, I wonder what the actual. That's really, really funny. What else do they have for sale? Oh, there's some cool stuff in there. Jazz chorus. This person obviously has good taste. Oh, they have a Boss XT2 Extortion for sale. I think that's my favorite Boss pedal. And the Feedback and Booster. This is wicked. What a great collection. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. Yeah, let's see. Vintage Digital. Well, there's actually a website called Vintage Digital where you can, if you want to read up on, you know, old rack units, they've got a pretty extensive library on there. So, would recommend. And Nuno's signature Randall, designed in Perth, for all you Nuno trivia buffs, by Pete King, who owns Joondalup Up Music. So there you go. Point and stick at Metallica. The best thing that ever came out of the band was Megadeth. Hey, I've definitely listened to a lot more Megadeth in my life than I have Metallica, but I was definitely one of those, like, I don't like Metallica, only Megadeth is good kind of people. And I've come around that it's like, yeah, okay, they were both pretty good, you know. And I mean, Metallica now still sound amazing live. So do Megadeth, you know. It's like they've done pretty well over the years. All right, what other punishment should I inflict on myself when it comes to hard things to do on the guitar? I was feeling slightly better about this. Sweet dreams, Tondi. I hope you had a fantastic birthday, mate. And everybody wish him a restful night's sleep. And I might play another Ragdoll song quickly for you and then answer a few more questions, and I probably have to bounce. So, requests. What do people want to hear? What should I play? What's the noodliest Ragdoll tune? Angra. I listened to a bunch of Angra back when I was in my early 20s. Very, very nice. Tape decks are coming back in fashion. Yeah, well, what next? What next? I mean, are we going to start... When does... I actually had a serious conversation with somebody at the guitar festival in Margaret River last week, where somebody was talking about vinyl and the resurgence of vinyl and how pressing vinyl is not very ecologically friendly. So they were going back to looking into getting their album pressed on, what was the stuff they used to use? Shellac. So there you go. Love on the Run. I can do that. I just need to magically, artificially tune my guitar up by a semitone, which I can do with the virtual capo. That's pretty cool. Let's go up 1. Okay, here we go. Streamers collecting VHS tapes. Yeah, I know a few people who are really, really into VHS tapes all over again. So, alrighty, what are we going to do? Love on the Run. This is a fun one. Very, very fun one. And a solo that consistently kicks my backside. Let's do that. For whatever reason, my actual proper camera didn't want to connect to OBS, so I'm using my laptop. So you're going to get a lot of my forehead for the next minute while I find this file. Let's do that. Where is this song? Here we go.
I got the demon in me, and now we're
Something like that anyway. Now, I need to turn off the virtual capo. There we go. That's so much fun to play that. And that very, very, very Ingve run. That's always a fun one to like do that run and then get the pickup switch in the right place, step on the rhythm patch and try to jump back in on the like low octave backing vocal live. So yeah, very, very rarely that I actually achieve that. Okay, this is a very, very good question. And I will pick up the Californian right now, actually, because people want to see and hear the Hamer. I feel like there's a underrated undercurrent on the internet of people who enjoy Hamer guitars. Ronnie Latecro is awesome. My God is good. What's the song? The album that has 10,000 Lovers in One on it. No, I'm thinking of Intuition. Am I thinking of Intuition? No, I'm thinking of 10,000 Lovers, that one. There's a track on there where his picking is out of this world fast. It's so good. This E's a bit buzzy on there. Great sounding guitar though. Gunner's gig in Perth. I actually didn't know it was on until a couple of days ago, but I had a gig tonight and, well, had a gig back home now at the moment, but yeah. I mean, I like Guns N' Roses, but I don't like them that much, so. TNT. What's that? No, that is... Tell No Tales. Yeah, 27 frets, which... Because everyone wants to hear this note. Just makes 24 a bit easier to play it. Tell No Tales, that's the album, isn't it? How does that riff go? It's a very, 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 very savage riff. What does he play? Here we go. It's kind of like I'll See the Light Tonight. Yeah. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Here we go. Beebs! What is up, mate? How are ya? You don't get much more 80s than that. The Twitch thing, I've tried before, and I just kind of sat on there on my own doing this with no one to talk to, so so I've kind of gravitated more towards the YouTube thing, just kind of hang out. But yeah, maybe I should do that more. I always say I should stream more, and then, you know, I go to do it, I'm like, I could, but my hair hasn't been washed in 48 hours, so I feel self-conscious, all those kind of things. Yeah, so it is close to 11. I should probably have an 11 o'clock cutoff here and not drive my wife completely mad. The fact that I came home from a gig and was like, yep, gonna eat and then do YouTube. What else is what else is new? How do you become so passionate on building presets on your digital gear? I feel like basically the world has witnessed me figure out how to do that in real time, because I got an AX8 in 2016 and started doing some videos with that and totally sucked. Harry K. Cody from Shotgun Messiah. Yeah. Loudness. Hey, this is maybe I'm going to say this. I enjoy the original guitar tone on Crazy Nights. That Marshall tone is maybe my favorite Marshall tone ever. Absolutely incredible. Oh, right, the audio quality is better on there. That is good to know. Very good to know. So yeah, with the dialing in presets, pretty much like lots and lots of reading. I've pretty much read everything on the Fractal wiki, and on the Fractal forum you have Cliff puts up technical notes, and I read all of that, and lots of listening, and you know, lots of trying to incorporate feedback from friends, family, sound guys, bandmates, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, just throwing yourself into the deep end and doing it a lot. Thank you very much for the super chat, Dustin. Is there anything particular you want to ask about the Fractal gear? Harry K. Cody stuff? No, but I'm always happy to acquaint myself with it, and maybe for the next stream I can actually come at you with something that I can play. But that was Unchain the Night by Docket. Multicast. See, this is why I like doing these things, because people introduce me to new ideas on here. Post-gig need to play, yeah. So for everybody, if you don't subscribe to David Beebe's channel, you should do it. But there was a lick rundown and a 6-note sequence that I watched the video and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Wouldn't mind sitting down and doing that. And then I had in the back of my head, there was a 6-note sequence that David plays. And yeah, anyway, it's become a mindless thing that I do now. Something like that. Like such a cool lick. Something like that. Anyway, I've been trying to like absolutely munt it with stuff like this scale shape, this pocket that I really like to play, where you take the blue scale with the ninth. So like a... Yep. Do I have a wah on this? Where's my wah? I feel naked. Give me the wah back. So let's do this. Here we go. Cool. We're back. I need auto engage on. Yes. Let's do that. Cool. So the thing that I do a lot is this, kind of slippery thing. So and taking that Beeb 6-note sequence but doing it with like the blues scale crossed with the with an added ninth. I really like that. Hang on. Yeah, that's what I want. Some just absolutely munted thing. It's awesome. Les Paul custom in the back. Good question. Oh, do we have? Oh, sorry, I thought you were holding a cat.
Want me to bring it?
Hey, if people want to see and hear the cat, let me know. Les Paul custom in the back. It might actually be something that's not a Les Paul custom. It might be that weird ESP thing that I got back there. Oh, you mean like right at the back? Yes, that's a replica. Yeah. Oh, I've heard the first Shotgun Messiah album. It's very, 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 very good. Yeah, you can sequence it down the string sets, which appeals to me. So it's Nagini. There you go. You love being held for long periods of time, don't you?
I know.
I'm going to grab. Should be fine. There you go. Let me just put the tuner on so I don't shock everybody. Hey? Ah, this isn't such a bad place to be, is it, Nagini? Hey? Fantastic. Where's a guitar that I can almost play well on? Something like this. Thank you, Yuchi Pookie. Yeah, that was a little... hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. I still have a... There's like a cushion with a picture of our old cat on there, isn't there? Hey? One of the many ancestors. But yeah, that was, big time. That was just something I was like, I was sad, and I just kind of sat down and played around. I was like, I should probably record this and, cut something together to deal with my grief. Still miss that furball, but you gotta have more and more fuzz in your life at all times. Saigon Kick, yeah, they were a band that I wasn't that familiar with, and then we had a few songs where people were like, man, you guys sound like Saigon Kick, and I checked it out. I was like, oh yeah, it's kind of similar, probably very similar influences. Surprised you don't have a Sydney guitar yet from. I know Perry, and they've done very, very, very well. I remember buying some pickups from him when I was 18 or something, in the middle of summer, and showing up with like a leather jacket and pants and nearly dying. You have a fat cat too, yes, big time. So anyway, what was I saying? So this is, I was on the stream before. I was trying to do the Zakk Wylde pentatonics thing, the whole like. It helps if I have a sound. But not something I'm super great at. But another thing that has just, I watch people like Biebs or John Cordy or Tom Quayle, and just the like, and I'm convinced that it must be some expression of Britishness, where they're just so good at legato, and it sounds so cool, and it's such a controlled thing, and obviously they practice it a lot But that's something that, yeah, for me, I was never good at, like, you know, just trying to do that stuff and not really understanding how the mechanics of it worked. And there's a Tom Quayle video where he talks about like lazy first finger syndrome, and it was amazing. Yeah, actually, like, shout out to the Guitar Hour podcast. I was on there a little while ago. Like, everybody on that podcast is such a killer player. It's kind of scary, but yeah, that David Beebe lick that I was going through, it's like, I love that 6-note sequence, but then like all the other stuff that was in there was just so cool. And yeah, it's that effortless level of playing. I was someone who came up trying to like strangle the guitar, so it's always this thing where it's like, you can relax, mate, you can just let the notes flow together, you know, rather than, I don't know, try to play something like this. Like, let's take this line. It's taking me, it's like, it's mostly, a lot of it's mental rather than trying to like, you know, try and like as hard as you can, you know, if I really, really dig in and try to, versus like, hey, just let the notes happen. I would love that, Beebs. That was a good time. I think I coined one of my favorite phrases for playing gigs, which is aerobics in drop C. Christmas quiz. I like the sound of this. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. There's a lot of, yeah, it's part of the fun, right? Like constantly learning. Or, you know, one of my students they wanted to play a Polyphia song, so they were struggling with hybrid picking, and I introduced them to Brent Mason, and they kind of laughed at first because they were like, "Oh, what is this?" And then, you know, Brent started doing their thing, and they were like, "Oh my god, this is incredible." And it's like, yeah, hey man, country guitar players have been doing this stuff, some of this stuff for a long time, and it's a whole other language to speak. That is going to be the worst sound to do this with. Actually, I have a worse sound I can do this with, a Rockman style clean. That is shocking. Just that whole kind of thing on there. So Eric, it was an absolute pleasure to have you on here, mate, and may work go well for the rest of the day. Yeah, I feel like the shred stuff isn't really, it's just a different internal logic, you know. The thing for me that made me go like, oh my god, there's this whole other world of playing was when I was at uni, so when I was 18 or 19, like I really got into Rush and Yes and Genesis and King Crimson, and I heard that UK album that Alan Holdsworth played on, and you know, I'm sure a lot of people out there who like that style of playing are familiar with that song, and just the tone, and then the approach and like the touch in there, which is just a different thing to, you know, for me, which is just like really when I'm playing, it's like, all right, cool, I'm just trying to be John Sykes or Paul Gilbert, or George Lynch. George is, yeah, another one. You know, the whole like, just do munted stuff. The Ingveism. But yeah, there's like a whole, you know, the hammer on from nowhere is something that definitely changed my life. Practicing stuff like, yeah, just trying to understand how do you do that and not keeping tension in this part of your wrist. And there's so much pick slanting. The Troy Grady stuff is amazing, you know, that whole like thing there we were talking about earlier on the stream. But like that to me is, you can play so softly with it, and I like it because you can use so much gain. You can even just use your middle finger. You know, you can use a pen to do it. You know what I mean? Like, can you use a pen? There you go. doesn't really matter. It's all in the left hand. There's so much stuff you can do there. So yeah, I have like 2 licks at that. So, and then the muted legato thing that like guys like Rick Graham and Tom and David Beebe do, it's just like, man, that's a whole other world. Garbage. I can't do that. Oh, there we go. But then at the end of the day, that's all you really want to hear is like a nice big... Yeah, you know, we were talking about someone call you a hobo. Yes, they did. They did. I didn't want to draw attention to that. You've invoked the ire of the warden, and the stream will soon be shut down. But yeah, like if you watch Zach Wild Peak, you know, it's like, or if you watch Yngwie is like, you know, lazy has a lot of negative connotations, but like Yngwie's so efficient that he almost looks lazy when he's doing it. The whole like... Any love for Jerry Cantrell? Yes. Huge. Listened to so much AIC when we were writing Back to Zero, and the guitar sounds and so much stuff that, you know, a lot of King's X, a lot of Alice in Chains. That was sort of what I was big into at the time. So yeah, a lot of those kind of things. Jerry's just amazing. Let's see, where are we at? Have you ever experienced sometimes your fingers feel stiff and strange when playing the guitar, so it makes the mood disappear when you're playing the guitar for days? Yeah, big time. The last Ragdoll all original show that we did, the first half of the gig, I just couldn't feel like I had any connection with the guitar. You know, I was playing, I was operating the guitar, and maybe about halfway through the gig, it was like, oh, I remember what I aimed for when I was doing this. So there's a really good article that I read today about the mental side of playing the game cricket. For any Aussies and Brits on here, they'll be very, very well acquainted with that. But yeah, just someone talking about, like, you know, obviously you have the technique if you're a professional, kind of like playing guitar. But a lot of the time it comes down to like visualization and mental stuff and other extraneous things that interfere with that. So yeah, exactly, economy of motion. Here we go. Oh, I can already see Matthew Earl has some good stuff here. The Galleon Kruger 250 ml, absolute bucket list piece of gear. I really, really want to get one. That's up there with like the 2290 and the Eventide H3000 and the Boogie Studio preamp, you know what I mean? Yeah, big time. Gain is your friend. Yeah, I mean, you know, trying to do that on a versus... I've heard the chorus on those GKs is amazing, so I kind of want to get one and then match it on the X. Like there's someone on the forum, Nicholas, and we chat every now and then, and they've helped me match up all these units. Like we've measured my 2290 and measured my H3000. And yeah, I mean, like the 2290 chorus we got dialed in is pretty killer. And I say I just did the measurements. They did all the dialing. So, you know, you go from this to this. Let's hear it with no chorus. Power Metal is such a great name on here as well. Thank you very much for the compliment. Let's see. The Rocktron Piranha has more gain than 80 AMP1. Yes. Massive, ridiculous amounts of gain on that thing. It's a really, really fun preamp. You listen to Life, Sex and Death. I have not. Any songs I should start with? Let me know. Just saw Joe in San Antonio 2 days ago. Oh, man. That sounds fantastic. I've never seen Joe Satriani live. What is wrong with me? I had the chance to years and years ago, and I didn't, and I immediately regretted it. It was a G3 show. So yeah, I've never seen Steve Vai live either. Like, what is wrong with me? I've been to one of Steve's clinics, which was great, but yeah, never actually seen the live thing. Train. I will check that one out. Thank you, Sila Steele. Thank you for joining the chat. One sequence I really like, Joe Satriani does this sevens legato thing, like you take any 3-note per string thing and you play the 3 notes in order, then you come back and then you do it again. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That. That is a real kind of Joe line. Oh yeah, that surfing with the 8. I remember hearing that like that lick and just thinking it was the most amazing thing ever, and not realizing that they were tapping with their pick. So yeah, get it, match it, and give it on axe. Yeah, I've got a Piranha, so I should probably get around to doing that on there. Cool preamp. Rocktron did some fun stuff. The Intel Effect still has one of my favorite chorus sounds on there ever as well, which is pretty cool. Heavy or light picks? What do I have? I have a 1.35. Is that heavy? Anything over 1 mil for me. Really, really enjoy. Favorite guitar? This one. This is the most me guitar, which I think is important. I love my Strat as well. I play very differently on it. But this is kind of this is the one. This is the thing that I don't know. I feel the most at home on. Yeah, just anyone coming down to Australia is quite a logistic exercise, and everything's expensive. So yeah, you might get once a decade a Satriani gig down in here, but they'll always do a clinic and some other stuff around it. I think, and just to kind of cover the costs. It's pretty crazy. Trying to, having to fly 4 musicians down to Australia just to do like a handful of shows. I can totally understand why people would rather go to Europe or the United States. I'd rather go to Europe or the United States as well, even though I'm down here. Alrighty. No Whammy. Not on this one. Like I was kind of saying earlier, it's like I can appreciate a good Whammy bar guitar, but it's probably something that came from playing live, where you break a string on a guitar with a Whammy, and it takes a little while to fix. You break a string on this, and it goes out of tune a little bit, but not too bad. So Hamer with the graphic, yeah, that I actually sold to a friend of mine a couple of years ago. Cool guitar, but I just did not play it. I play the Californian more than that, and I play the standard way more than that as well. So yeah, made some room and put the money into into an amp. I bought a Boogie Mark IV, so thank you so much, Power Metal. I appreciate that. I'm actually going to finish up. This was super fun, and I might do some more streams where I try to learn to suck less at certain things. So I feel like doing the demo stuff is obviously playing open chords and play a few licks, and it's more about the thing that you're demoing than the licks. But obviously, like, actually playing guitar is a thing that I spend a lot of time doing and put effort into it sometimes. So yeah. Oh, Macaulay Schenker, mate, have we not talked about Robin Macaulay and Michael Schenker? Nuix MG30 be okay to use live? It's a clean gig, yeah, probably. There's a couple of good clean amps in there, so a bit of chorus, maybe a little bit of a boost, compressor. The compressors in there are totally fine. So yeah, you're all awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will do this again very, very soon. Had a good time. Probably time to get ready for bed for me. So been a big week. Take it easy, everybody. Good on you, Beebs. I'll chat to you very soon, actually. Take it easy, everyone.